with it too.
It's crazy.
100 round drums.
They
Chop,
been
chop,
going
chop.
to jail for 100 years and then they can't do
Switch
nothing.
this, switch that.
Yeah, they so
Oh yeah.
It gets very much so
Yeah,
played
the
out,
switching
man.
is crazy, man. They didn't figure some shit out. Didn't
Dave Hustle 413 says, "Is it fair to say when it comes to West Coast anything, y'all are biased?" And we're y'all.
Yeah, they are. They are. We are.
We had this. We
are.
had this on the last
Yeah, we did.
episode.
Are we biased?
Yes.
Yes, briefly.
It is. To be honest, I'm just being from here. I'm gonna be all the way honest
think-
because I'm not biased, but most people on the West
biased.
Coast are biased. I'm definitely not.
You're not. You are biased.
When you're right, you're right. You're wrong, you're wrong.
But you're biased, though.
No, I'm
we all
not.
have biases. We're definitely
No.
biased from the West Coast. I'm biased, but I'm not as biased as y'all.
No,
LA people is biased as fuck.
I'm not though.
Well, say, it was
You
definitely
are.
fair to say I'm not biased because
What
not to the West Coast. I'm saying not to the West
not
Coast.
to the West Coast.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
No, I'm not biased.
I'm even
That's
biased
not
to the
a
West
bias, by the
Coast.
way.
I'm biased to the West Coast. Not as biased as the folks from LA.
That's
are
why I don't have a
biased.
take. That's all I had to say. I'm
What
not.
you
I
was gonna
can't.
say? The FMW people?
Oh, they're all from LA. Yeah, they're definitely
I
biased.
think everybody in their region is biased to their region.
Y'all are biased. See, she's ready to go hard just for the because I said FMW.
I think
is
we
definitely
just strongly
biased.
stand
No,
behind the
FMW
city.
is
That's really
biased.
what
And
it is.
that's a
For
bias.
sure.
That's what
That's
it
a
is.
bias.
And that's okay. I'm
That's-
biased to the West Coast too, just not as biased. I feel like as a lot of people from LA.
Yeah,
Because
no.
this is
That's why we
your
need niggas
home.
like
This is the
Sted.
music. You know the artist. Like
It's
you,
just
you know what I'm saying.
It's just a favoritism opinion. Pretty much is kind of what
because you're from here. Because you might know some of the people. You've been around them.
You
Those are all
favorite
biases,
them.
and that's
Yeah,
okay.
no.
Yeah.
That's what I was dealing with. That's why I
yeah,
felt like in my argument it was hard for me to win because I was going against bias.
See, yeah, I'm gonna say I don't really think I'm biased because some shit, even with LA, I can't tolerate it. I can't stand it. I don't like the nothing about it.
What's
what's
something
one of those
about
things?
here?
Just some, you
What
know,
don't
it might
you like?
be, I don't know, it might be, you know.
I think the
Everybody
Kendrick
can't
song
make it.
What's his name?
Everybody can't make it.
I ain't know his name, but
I think Not Like Us made LA look and appear more biased because everybody from LA, regardless of what happened,
What's that, a vape?
maybe this is probably where I became
they took
biased.
Kendrick's side just
Let
because
me
they was on
tell-
the West Coast. So
but
that's
let
why
me
I think
tell
that
you
question
why,
stems
because
from.
you can shut the fuck up, Drake. Looking ass
News
nigga.
coming.
That nigga
You
always Drake
looking
nuts
fucking
swinging.
Drake looking ass nigga.
You be swinging on that
Listen,
nigga Drake nuts.
Let me tell you
How
what
you figure?
Kendrick did.
You don't have no idea. You weren't even
Me?
following me before the
Bro,
beef.
I went and did my homework. You
Listen.
swing that nigga
No, you
nuts.
didn't.
Listen, Kendrick put this West Coast shit back where it's supposed to be as far as in hip hop.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying, okay, battle whatever with Drake. Fuck all that battle and fuck all the beef and all that shit. At the end of the day, the look that he had for Juneteenth at the pop out made West Coast look
More biased.
brilliant. Just made it look a little more brilliant because
Yeah,
it's
it
a lot
made-
of shit a motherfucker from down south, from up north, wherever they don't see that shit.
Right,
They
I
don't
didn't
see
say it didn't look good. It's a great thing. Don't turn this against me.
No, but
Trust me.
I'm just saying.
Because
you-
I'm saying
don't
no.
bring
I'm
that-
saying that it appears to the outside that LA is more biased. I guarantee the person who wrote that's not from LA.
for sure.
So if they're saying that, they're taking it from the input of outside of LA, how they're looking at people who live here. And I feel like a lot of people outside of LA now look at this area as being super high favoritism to the area because it's like everybody's pro LA after Not Like Us.
But-
where that unity wasn't seen as much, where all the fans were not siding with one artist just because they were from a region. That's where I think this person's Is It Fair to Say take comes from. This is not just mine. I'm just trying to analyze it from somebody outside of Los Angeles who is asking this question now because they see LA in a different light.
Right.
And they see it in a different light because everybody is biasly bigging it up.
No, they see it in
also-
a different light
I
because
bet
it
you,
wasn't never
too,
shown and presented like
People
that. Never.
not from LA didn't understand how impactful that was.
Exactly.
Until we like everyone's oh, this is such a big deal, such a big deal.
Right.
People are saying that now. People are getting it.
Even
but if
people
I'm
from
from
New York
somewhere
and
else,
wherever else.
looking okay, cool, niggas is doing a concert because in other cities people do that. Niggas from the
Right.
city popping out the concert, but in LA that shit don't
So
happen.
that's kinda
In
like how
Atlanta,
Chicago
they do that
for-
shit
for,
all the time.
That's kind of like how
Atlanta
Chief
stick
get the
together
little
like
shit.
this.
Yeah, that shit's lit as
Atlanta
fuck.
sticks together like this. You go out there, you don't hear no fucking LA music. No, you barely get AYG
That is
or
true.
A whatever. They don't play that shit. They big Atlanta, all that. When I go there, I'll be listening and paying attention and enjoying myself. But after a while, I don't hear the music no more because I'm not really interested in the shit that they talk about that we don't talk about. But Long story short, that's just the light that they see everybody from LA together as one whole.
But by you saying that, the reason why, and it's because now, like with Twitter and social media, with the beef sparked it. We don't have to dwell on the beef itself, but if we look at the foundation of where this question is coming from, is because of the beef, because there's so much talk behind LA now, which is great. It unified LA. It did what it was supposed to do. But from the people that are outside, again, looking in, it looks like in the beef, just because you were from LA, you had to ride with Kendrick. That's what it looks like from everybody from the outside. So that's where people are being biased, I think, because it's like, you don't have to root for Kendrick just because you're from the West Coast, just because you're from Los Angeles. You're showing West Coast bias, Los Angeles bias, because you're from there. That's what his point is.
It's people here that don't, but they don't see that part. No, they just don't see that part because they're not gonna televise it.
They're not gonna show it.
They ain't gonna put it on social media.
What was you gonna say, bro?
Whatever.
No, I was gonna say
gonna
that's one thing I did agree with you on. That Family Matters was hard. I ain't gonna fake it. That shit was hard.
Bet the best song out the whole beat.
That shit was hard.
And we going into the final Is It Fair to Say topic. This comes from Isaac Tropicana. Is it fair to say after 3 months the homie's ex is fair game? Whoa, that took a crazy turn.
3 months.
I've been looking at that for the past 10 minutes. That's
like this gonna be a cold topic.
I don't think the homie's ex is ever fair game. That's
no, it's an ex. It's never fair game.
If it's an ex, no. If
There's
it's
just
somebody
too
that just
many women
probably
out
talked
here,
to
bro.
or something, right, and give a fuck
Got
about
smashed
you know
once
what
or
type
twice.
of feelings they have
Yeah.
towards that person, then fair game it is. These motherfuckers be for everybody niggas and bitches.
That's fucked up because